Breaking news, guys. Breaking news. You cannot win in life when you do other people wrong, when you do other people dirty, consecutively, consistently, being a snake in this world, just slithering around, doing what you think you can do, whatever. You can't. You gaslighted somebody, you narcissistically destroyed somebody's life, you led somebody on, you sold them a dream, you took advantage of that person, you lied, you manipulated them. Little newsflash, you can't win in life doing these things. You get these small little wins and then you have to pay the consequences for that. It's almost like paying taxes. Except we all have to pay taxes. I'm just using that as an example. You make your money, it feels real good, and all of a sudden, taxes day comes, you gotta pay your taxes. It's similar to that. But everyone pays taxes once a year. It's just similar when you think of it in this way, because when you do people wrong, when you lead people on, when you feel you succeeded by taking advantage of another human being, and you got what you wanted, they got hurt. It's going to come back onto you. You're going to pay that price. You're going to pay a heavy ass price of what you've done to that person. I am a witness myself of karma, of something that someone else done to me. Me doing the right thing by not retaliating, besides getting my mind right, putting in the work, and then them ending up in trouble, all of a sudden needing me again. Oh, you need me again. Right. As if I forgot what you done. It's amazing how some people can really just do what they do and think they can get away with it and all this stuff. But karma is a very real thing, and I've made a few videos on this channel about this, about karma. Some of you, I'm not saying whoever's watching this now, but I've seen and I remember that some of you do not believe in karma. Some of you don't think it's real. And I hate to break it to you guys, but guess what? It's very real. And most of the time, you're not going to see it. If you're lucky, you will see karma if you're lucky. I happen to be lucky and witnessed it. And I guarantee you I never witnessed it every single time. I guarantee you there's things that have happened that I felt was unfair on my end from what someone else done to me. And I didn't see their karma, but I guarantee they got it. And I've also witnessed it a few times. I'm telling you now, it's very real. The power of God is very real. Always doing what is right and getting rewarded for that is very real. When I say doing all the right things, I mean someone could literally just have you in a near-death situation. They could have screwed you over so bad. You didn't retaliate. You got your mind right, your mind clear. Could have took years. But you done it. You put in the work. You came back to. You became yourself again. And not only yourself, but more confident and better than ever. And you won in life. You succeeded. You done the unthinkable. You done what most people dream of doing. You've overcame what most people cannot when they go through, because I know a lot of people, bro, and more than not that they deal with certain things, they've gone through certain things and they can't come back from it. They start to live life off of the momentum that what happened to them in the past. They continue to roll along with what happened, and they project it on other people instead of feeling what happened deeply, letting yourself feel that way, and then making smart, logical choices to now move on in life by doing the right things. Not focusing on that person, not going to other people and projecting it, but calming yourself down, no matter how hard it hit you or how much it hurt, and just doing the logical right things. But instead, these weaker individuals, they move with emotion. They project how they feel onto others. They screw over others because they're weak. They cannot deal with it themselves. But you have to. When these people do you wrong, when they do you dirty, bro, they know exactly what they done. Trust me. I got played myself in the past. I guarantee you a lot of you guys got played too by somebody at some point in time. And it's a shitty feeling, especially when you get hit time after time after time after time again. It starts to really irritate you. I handled stuff like that pretty well. But everybody has their breaking point. I started to get cross. I started to get pissed. I started to get angry when things kept happening to me. But I still was able to deal with it. So I believe there's nothing that could ever come my way that I cannot deal with at the end of the day, because I will deal with things the right way. And I know people, man. An old friend I used to have, and I felt so bad for this guy. I literally shed a tear for this guy. And I was 18 at the time. I just felt so damn bad. Because this guy was a genuinely nice guy. I used to be best friends with this guy at this time. And he was a few years older than me. I was at the end of my high school days at this time, just about done. He was out for a bit. And he had these past relationships with some girls. He had some long-lasting ones, and it always ended so bad for him. Because he didn't have the best circumstances growing up. So he didn't really acquire success or nothing like that. But he was a naturally smart, naturally gifted dude that just had a hard life. Super smart. So gifted. He could have been phenomenal at just about anything. If he had any bit of support growing up, he could have been an overnight sensation, bro. The talent this guy had at so many things. The talent that he had in fighting. This guy was a fighter. I think that's why not just that reason, but me and him would just wrestle around all the time and do stuff, and we were kind of two guys that no one really wanted to mess with where we came from at the time. And it's not like we just harmed people, but we were very physically capable of doing it, so a lot of people wanted to be on our good side. And the stuff he went through with females, bro. I'm telling you, this guy was strong in every way. And even these females got to him, man. He literally wanted to take his life at one point, because time after time after time again, a different female, same routine, would screw him over. Same routine again, screw him over. He hit a breaking point. I remember him throwing his money. He had a wallet full of cash. This guy had some money. He threw it. He was out on a boat on this day, and I wasn't with him, but I heard about it from the other guys, because I was friends also with my friend and the guys he was with. We were all friends, and he was out there, and he got a text from that girl on that day that it was pretty much done. It's over. He took all his money in his wallet and just took it out and threw all the money out into the water, and it was gone. And he hit a breaking point. Like, the whole day he was a wreck. I remember them coming back in the shore, coming back home, and me going over there. And to see the condition he was in, I don't even want to think too deep into it because it's honestly sad. I was literally shedding tears with this guy on that day. It was that sad, bro. I've never seen nothing like it in my life. And this dude was solid in every way you can think. He just wanted a happy life. He just wanted a family. He just wanted the right female in his life, but they continued to use him and abuse him. And I truly believe the females that have done this to him receive their karma. And now he's living a happy life. He's married. He's got a kid. Maybe two, maybe one on the way. He's got one right now for sure, and he's married. And that's the life he deserved, bro. So, he might have went through some hard times, picked up a bottle of liquor. I'm telling you, bro, he was chugging hard alcohol, and it was hard to watch. We grabbed that bottle from him, bro, and no, you're not doing that. You know what I mean? That was a tough day to witness someone you actually genuinely cared about be in that kind of a condition. But guess what? Now he's got it made. He's got the family. He's got the kids. He's got what he really wanted because he didn't give up. He went through a lot of hard times. He moved away for a while. Got work somewhere else. Stabled himself once again. He didn't retaliate on these hoes, but instead focused on his life. Because at that time, he had this mindset that he needed those things. So when you eliminate things that you think you need and you become strong and you no longer need those things are just going to come. Because he put himself in the mindset, I don't need a relationship. I'm happy now. I'm doing my thing. Right? So it naturally came, and good for him, because that's what's supposed to happen when you have that type of strength within yourself and you don't give up on yourself. He didn't give up. He could have took the weak way out and took the bad path and probably screwed over a bunch of girls himself because they did it to him. He could have started playing the game back. But he didn't. He did the right thing. And it paid off. And I use this as a great example for all you guys as well. For the people that have screwed you over. For the Jezebels that have probably screwed you guys over. For the men that have taken advantage of you women. Do not retaliate. Do not try to look at the next person and get over on them. Don't do those things. It's never going to pay off. You're only going to continue the cycle. It's all about breaking that cycle of toxicity. No matter how many times you get hurt, no matter how many times something bad happens, you must not retaliate in that kind of a way. But instead, do whatever you got to do to calm yourself down and come back to who you really are. I tell you guys to forget about what happened. You're not going to forget about what happened. So I can't sit here and lie to you guys and just say that, because we all know it's easier said than done. I'm always 100% real, raw, and honest with you guys. You're not just going to forget about it. But what you can do is use that and those situations as motivation to get better. That's what I did. And guess who came back? The person that screwed me over. Guess who got rejected? The person that screwed me over. And guess who has to live a much shittier and poorer quality of life. That person that screwed me over. Here's karma. Here's a perfect example. You get what you ask for in life. You ask for it, you got it. I'm not going to reward that. Who would? Bad behavior is not rewarded. You're not going to see me do some stupid shit like that. You guys, you don't do it either. We do not reward bad behaviors to these bad people who do these bad things. Something might even happen to them. It didn't make it right for them to retaliate onto you and do you dirty because of what happened to them. Something might not even happen to them. Most likely something did, big or small. Some people are very petty that way. With the littlest thing could happen to them and they're going to ruin your whole life. And it wasn't even you that did something to them at all. It was somebody else. The littlest thing, and they're going to really, they're really going to come into your life and sabotage the entire thing. Leave you damn near in your grave. Like, people are crazy, bro. That's why you got to depend on yourself. You got to get you right. Every problem is solved in the world by just focusing on yourself. If your life is lit without nobody else in it, you are untouchable. I repeat, if your life is lit by itself, nobody else has made your life lit. You're not dependent on no woman. You're not dependent on no man. No dog, no cats, no Siamese twins as cats. You're not dependent on family, friends, nothing. Your life is literally lit by itself. If you can do that, you're untouchable. Because even if someone were to come into your life after it's already lit and done you wrong, or something unfair happened, or something unnecessary happened, your life is still lit. Bad things happen because people are already in not the best situations. They could be using someone else, not using someone else, but they could be wanting to get with someone else to make them happy. A lot of guys, a lot of girls both do this. A girl might want a man to make her happy. So if he starts to make her happy and all of a sudden he screws her over, she is a wreck. Because she was living for his happiness. She was living in a way where he was her entire world. Or he was in a position, like my friend, had the mindset, I want to have the right woman in my life. I don't got much else going for me. Nothing too significant. So I want to get the right girl. I want to do this, I want to do that. Instead of putting all the right things that you should first, you put that in the back burner. You want the woman first, or you want the guy first, and then you think those things will come, which it could happen. But if you don't have those things yet, and you focus on somebody else first and things don't work out, it's going to be a mess. It's going to be a mess, bro. So if you can make your life lit, if you can be strong, if you can get that strength from God, and to get your life right, get everything right, I'm telling you, man, so much changes. You literally don't need shit from nobody. You don't. You're very content on your own. Everything else is the bonus. Some lit person comes into your life and makes it better, more entertaining, happier, you're better together. That's amazing. Even if they're gone, you still got a lit life. And guess what? A whole other bunch of people is going to want to be in it. But be careful who you let in your life too. But I'm just saying, your life's lit, a lot of people's going to want to be a part of it. So it's the best thing anyone can do. When your life is lit, you got it made. You're untouchable. If your life is a shit box, you really have no purpose. Your purpose is another person. Don't make people a part of your purpose. People are bonuses in our lives. That's all it is. It's all it is, bro. There's more to life than people. There's more to life than just having other people in it. Like, there's a lot we can do. A whole lot we can do. We can do our work. We can do our business. We can exercise. We can play a sport. We can draw. We can get into art. We can get into music. There's so many things we can do. These things take up a lot of time in the run of a day. You get really good at these things. You get highly paid from these things. You become successful. You start to have things that you really feel you deep down inside deserve. You have a lit life. You're on cloud 9. That's going to erase all the things. It's going to erase all the things that has ever wronged you. You're good. But if you make people your purpose and not those other things, you can't depend on people, bro. Because they can screw you over. People can come and they can leave and they can go and they can do whatever. People are unpredictable. You never know what's going to happen. You might just not click with that person. There's even relationships and connections I had where most of them, honestly, man, most of them, there was no ill will or ill feelings involved in me and another female splitting apart. There was a few, less than a handful. And I've been with plenty of handfuls. Handful here, there, plenty. Some a little short, some a little longer. But at least less than a handful. Less than a handful maybe was a little bad. And maybe 2 or 3 of them was, pretty harsh. 1, 2 of them, pretty damn harsh. Other than that, no ill will, no ill feelings. Still friends. Friends as in we're not on bad terms. We could see each other in public and it's all good. We're going to talk and have a normal conversation because nothing bad happened. You know what I mean? People come, people go. It's life. But it's definitely not fair to get the shitty end of the stick. It's definitely not fair to get screwed over. But I'm just telling you guys, what you have to do when that happens is to not retaliate. Come back to and get focused again. Refocus. That's how you win. It's just a test. It's just some adversity you have to get through. The thing is, are you tough enough? Are you strong enough to do that? Or are you going to take the weak way out and do what you shouldn't do, which is not going to elevate you? We want to elevate ourselves at the end of the day, guys, to get the best life we possibly can by staying true to who we are. Not becoming something we're not because of what someone else did to us, because of some other devil did to us, or some Jezebel or some shit like that. Don't let that be your downfall. They will get theirs. They will get their karma. They're already living in karma. I mean, they're a Jezebel. You think they have a good life? No. They're very dark people doing dark things, and they'll do something dark to you, and it might happen. That's when you have to refocus. Take your licks. Take the punishment. And carry on. They know exactly what they did. And karma is near. I'm out.